I ate
it.
half of it, or I ate so much of your sausage already.
Welcome to another Latino with a podcast. I'm the Latino with a podcast, Christian Hennis Mayer, and today and with, for me, one of the best hosts that there is in Chicago, Chris Greco, and I have you're nominated for best host in the Comedy Caselles, and there's a reason. There's a reason that you might win,
Oh yeah.
and the reason
What's the reason?
this is a reason. The reason is I sent the link of the of, of of the voting to my mom. My mom sent it to everyone without telling the category I was in.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris Higgins and Chris Greco, you're getting a lot of votes of Venezuela and being like, yeah, this is your son, right, Chris? Yeah, this is it.
That's awesome.
So there's a lot of votes like of people like your son is Chris Greco. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is a stage name, like weird, but it's okay. And I hope they're voting for another Latino with a podcast, but
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing, man. We're gonna change the best host to you because I come down here. Number one, I drive. I mean, it's an hour transit to do this. We've been trying to get a podcast going for a while. You come down here, you make me sausage, and you don't tell me what we're gonna do. The only direction I got was don't wear green. You give me sausage cut up. You give me barbecue sauce options. You hand me a pineapple beer. Maybe the weirdest assortment.
Combination.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the strangest thing. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll have some sausage. It's pretty good. I'll be, be
But this
polite.
is
And you're like,
fresh
and then
it's
you just went
spicy.
play. And then you're like, play. We're recording. By the way, I'm
Yeah.
Mexican. And you're like, wait, what? Oh wait, Venezuelan. I'm sorry. But is
It's
this
the
what they
same-
do in Venezuela? Is
for-
just
for-
sausage
For white people, it's the same. Venezuela,
for us.
Mexico is basically.
for us gringos?
You're Italian, kind
I
of.
mean,
a
but I've
For-
enveloped the white
for-
culture.
Yeah, for you white people.
For us whites.
No, I mean, there's a place in Venezuela they do sausage like, but it's like a German town in Venezuela
Mhm.
that they do sausage. It's called La Colonia Tovar, and this is the best part of it. Since they want to sell their shit, and there's like it's like imagine just a street full of the same establishment in the same people selling sausages.
All Germans?
All Germans like wow they're Venezuelan now like
Yeah.
they're Venezuelan like they look Venezuelan, they act Venezuelan,
Mhm.
all Venezuelan, but their last name is like Henningsmeyer like me.
Yes.
But it's like 10 establishment and all of them have one person outside just giving free samples.
Nice.
Like yeah, we have the best one, but what people do and what my family do is like we just walk up and down on the same street just taking
Doing the
samples.
samples.
We already
Costco
ate.
method.
We already ate.
Mm.
Like now we don't
Free
want to
food.
eat. Yeah, free
That's
food.
a free.
It's
That is a free
food.
meal.
Yeah, and
That is a free meal. If you have no money, that's what you do.
exactly
You live on the free samples. You live on the free samples and ramen. Were
apparently.
you ever broke? Were you ever doing the ramen?
No, I was never broke. No, I'm a little here, but I never did the ram. Did you do?
Oh yeah, and you do the ramen, and then you break an egg. You crack an egg. You throw a single egg or two if you're feeling feisty.
If
You
you have
throw an
money.
egg in the ramen, and then so now you have protein in the ramen, and that was your cheap protein meal. That was like you do that once. If it
You-
was
you
going
don't-
bad, you do it twice a day, and that was your meal.
I'm gonna say this. You don't see that you struggle. It seems like you did that because you're like, I want to fit with the poor kids.
I did not struggle, but there was a time where I moved into the city, and
Okay.
and it was I lived in West Rogers Park,
Okay.
and it was like I was working at a pizzeria, and I fucked up a pizza order, and then the manager was like, Chris, I look at, you know how they post the schedule every week to see
Okay.
like that's where you see how many hours you have that week
Yeah.
working part time. It's the only job I had that was paid. And so then I went, and it was like Chris Grieco, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Okay.
0, no hours the entire week.
Because one pizza.
And I go in the back, and I was like, hey,
I told you not to come in pizza. Like
Chris, you gotta stop jerking off into the pies. You gotta stop jerking off into the pies. It's not good for a customer. No, but I asked her, I was like, what do I need to do to get like a day,
Come
a single day?
It's like,
She goes,
okay.
Chris,
Chi. It was a chi.
it was a she. This is why I hate women now. Women in business, am I right? But no, she goes, Chris, I need to be able to trust you. And I was like, it's a pizza joint. I
But
fucked up one deep dish order.
how bad did you fucked up that
It wasn't
pizza?
bad. It was like one. It was like I had to. He was like, I ordered pepperoni or something.
And you're like,
And I was
oh,
like,
my
I gave you
bad.
sausage. I'll get you another one. And you had to wait like a half hour.
And
And then he got a sausage instead. He wasn't even mad.
maybe you got the wrong client. You got like a client that's like, this is the investor. Like he's the owner.
Yeah, it was an undercover boss situation.
Undercover boss.
They were like, Chris, this is bad. This is being televised.
Dude,
We have to cut your hours, or I get fired.
I love undercover boss because the costume doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
They will have like super long hair. Like they go to the looks as like make me look poor and I desperate for this job.
Yeah.
And then it's like that look like me. That's me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they make them look hilarious. I mean, they look like it looks like a B movie. It looks like a bad movie. Like it's like old movies when they try to make young people look old or something.
Yeah,
It's always that, and you're like, that's like very obviously undercover boss.
it's like, so what's your name? Like, you the new hire. Oh, my name's Mike Loving, and they're like,
Yeah, they're
your
like, I
name
don't
is
know.
not Mike Loving.
Yeah, I don't think that's your name.
That's
I think that's super bad.
Last
Actually.
last name, no, that only name Mike Loving.
Yeah, you're just doing super bad. I wonder how many of those episodes of Undercover Boss where they were like, "Hey, listen, we're having like a crew in here to do a documentary. At the same time, we're also getting a new hire that looks hilarious."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, and did nobody put it together of like all the hundreds of episodes? They're like, that. Yeah, that looks like the CEO with a bad mustache that's falling off.
Yeah, and why is the just yeah, it's like Clark Kent situation. Just the guy
Yeah.
just put the glasses. And why is just the crew following him?
Yeah, yeah, it's only that guy.
Yeah.
You know, the guy in the back's getting no fucking screen time.
Yeah,
I'm part of the doc.
And he's the new guy. Why he keeps asking like, "Hey, can you tell me specifically what is the production of this item?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
what are the steps and the
He starts
rules
doing
of this company?"
Yeah, he starts doing CEO talk. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, what do you think the fiscal quarter recently? And they're like, what? Like, I'm the bar back.
Like, can we
I
all
clean the glasses.
like I believe in teamwork. Do you believe you're a team player? And it's like, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
it's like, yeah, this guy's
It's
suspicious.
suspicious. So,
I want to see the outtakes of that show. I want to know how many times that they just fucked up. I want to see those episodes.
I believe that there have to be some that they're like just like yeah, follow the script, but because some of the scripts doesn't make sense. Is the woman being like the person working just treating the employees super bad for no reason?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen that one? There's one that went viral, and he was like, oh, let's say Jenny's an ice cream shit, and he just scooped it like that's not the way to scoop. If you scoop it like that, you have to scoop more. You're a fucking loser. And it's like no one
You think
is
they're
like
faking
that.
it? You think they're pumping
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
assholery?
They have to fake some of that. Like, but I brought topics, and one of the topics is gonna blow your mind a little bit, a little bit. I saw it because it was a person that was high that thought about this, and I was like, I'm gonna do research on top
Okay.
of the high.
Sure.
Plants, plants when they are stressed,
Yeah.
they emit sound.
Yeah.
But humans cannot hear it
Yeah.
because it's between 40 to 80 kilohertz, the frequency. So humans, we cannot fucking hear it.
Mm-hmm.
But dogs and cats can hear until like 60, 85 kilohertz. So dogs and cats constantly hear plants screaming.
Yeah, the genocide of the grass outside.
So the tweet was like, how loud is the world for the fucking animals that they're like just walking around and they're here like fucking plants like ah.
No wonder they're so amped up all the time. It's always warfare with them. They're walking outside, someone steps on a leaf. It sounds like the Battle of Verdun. You're like, fuck, man.
I just thought about just one dog, like you know when the dog like just pass by a plant
Yeah.
and then just goes back
Mm-hmm.
to pee.
Mhm.
Maybe the plant's like, you're a fucking ass dog.
Yeah. It's like, you're a bitch, dude.
And the dog's like, I'm gonna fucking
The
pee on
plant's
you.
thirsty. Here's what it is. The plant's thirsty. And the plants go, you're a pussy ass dog. Dog's like, what? It's like, you're a bitch. You wouldn't piss on me if you tried. You couldn't piss on me.
Do it,
Dog's
do it.
like, I'll do. And then when he gets pissed on, he's like, yeah, fucking daddy, yeah, fuck. Yeah, dog, yeah, piss on me, fuck. And that's how it works. That's just science. I didn't make. I mean, you're telling me this.
I like that you're making the plants being like so
Yeah,
Gold-
fucking piss on me, you fucking
golden
dog.
shower horse.
Yeah, they're just little sluts, little piss sluts.
What would you do if
Little daffodil piss sluts.
I believe this would be like you know this superpowers like oh you have a superpower but a side effect that is shitty.
Mhm.
Like I want you to have the superpower to have super hearing, but then you can just hear plants moaning. Or
Cut me. I bet the fucking. That's why it smells so good during cut lawns,
okay.
like grass cutting. It's because they're just
It's
coming. They're like, fuck
or
yeah.
just carcass.
Yeah, cut me. I bet.
And I saw another tweet that was like on the same. I believe this would be like the worst. It was like this meme that is a genie that is like, hey, you have 3 wishes.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that you cannot ask for is like killing someone or someone falling in love with you. And the
Okay.
person is like, well, I wish ice cream moans when you lick it. And he's like, there's 3 things that are that you cannot do.
That's a funny joke.
Okay. Do you have anything that you're like, let's fuck up the word? For me, I have this. I have always said that.
That's fucked up in the world.
Yeah, that
Do
will
I have
fuck.
anything?
That will fucked up humans. Like I believe if any human can have microscopic view, you fucking ruin it forever because.
What do you mean?
Every time that they're like, oh, this is what is inside your food, it's like it's always worms and shit like just walking on your food.
Yeah.
But that's on everything.
Yeah.
So if you can have like microscopic view, you won't eat shit. You're like
Yeah, that it's a problem.
You're like,
because I mean, just think
this-
about when
this.
I'm not eating your wieners, Christian.
You already eat.
Yeah, I know. If I had microscopic view, I wouldn't eat either of your wieners. I'd finally be able to see yours if I had microscopic view.
That's one of the
Folks,
sounds that I
what are we
want. Like I have now a soundboard, so applause for there. You don't hear, but I did.
Okay, I bet that was really good.
It
applause
was
sound
amazing.
effect.
I want to have the battle in.
Oh, the
in
battle
this.
thing. Yeah, well,
Yeah, that-
I,
that-
can I can cut you the audio if you want it, but I
Please.
think I mean, yeah, that's a problem. If I had to see like the germs and shit, like it was that episode of Invader Zim, that's a problem. Because think about, I get weird when like the sun is coming through the window and it shows all the dust particles, and I'm realizing every day I'm just inhaling dust all the time.
Everything
just
that
skin
you
cells?
inhale, like the hollow comes from particles. So when you're like, it smells like shit, that means
It's shit.
you
Its
have shit
asshole
in
is
your
yeah.
nose.
I have asshole in my nose, which
So-
is kind of funny though.
Imagine the situation just like with a comic, like, hey, nice to meet you, and you just see like
Covered in cum. You're just covered in cum, dude. It's a comic. It's a male comic going, "What's up, dude?" Cum everywhere. Nothing but cum.
I was like, I don't even have the microscopic view activated. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, why can't I see it? Yeah, I didn't even turn on the microscopic view.
You just pull up coming like,
What's
what
up,
the
dude?
fuck?
What? What's the problem? Just cum in your beard.
Like,
Nah.
yeah, I know. It's
yeah.
a super masculine guy. Like,
Yeah, bro.
you have a problem with that? Like, no,
No.
go
No.
to your battle. Like,
Oh yeah, do your thing, man.
okay, do your shit, my Sorich. Like, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. He gets to come on the back though. He gets cum on the back. He doesn't get cum on the face.
Not on the face, just on the back.
He gets on the back.
And who comes in on him? David
Me-
Dunn.
other than me, there we go. You really want to call David Donick gay? I mean, I came down. You gave me a sausage. You kept talking about how David Donick is a homosexual man. I don't know why you did.
That's not
but
true. That is true.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
I mean, he pussy out from the but he didn't pussy out, but it was like I have a family emergency, like someone in his family maybe died, and I was like, yeah, he pussy out, you fucking gay.
Yeah.
I hope I'll have the battle with him because I want to really tell audience that he is extremely gay.
Yeah, they know. You know, he talks and he goes up there in whatever outfit that
He's like,
whatever
I'm a-
David Donick outfit, and they know. They know
I'm a
immediately.
teacher. Just letting you know, I'm a teacher, and my kid says like that's gay.
He does that, but then it comes out black. He talks black, but he does gay.
He does
this.
gay. Yeah,
movements.
apparently he was in like a black festival. It's like why?
Wait, what?
Yeah, apparently he was like in a festival that is like
was in a-
black people.
That is, he loves showing that poster. He showed it to me like 3 times. He's like, "Look at this festival I'm in." I'm like, "Yeah,
You
David."
cannot say the N word.
I was like, "David, I've heard you say it many times before the festival. Okay, you're really getting in at the fucking back end here."
I'll
loves it.
bother him. You know what? Before making the post, like I have seen how the Chicago Rose Battle have grown before the pause because I have to make a pause about 60 minutes. Where do you want to take this? Because I believe Chicago is with New York and maybe LA, and a lot of people say that Chicago is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's gonna like become bigger and maybe just like we're gonna be the representation of the West?
Of like the West U.S.
Yeah.
Like the West in general, like all of the United States, or just the Western United States.
No, the West of United States.
So taking over. So we would take over.
Actually, I believe like we can be the representation of if you put all the best roasters
Yeah.
from Chicago against all the best roasters from other cities.
Yeah.
I believe good percentage of being like on top.
Yeah, I think we definitely have a shot. I mean, the way that the league is structured now makes it difficult for any city that isn't New York and LA because of the way that the points are calculated, and it's something that at the league level we're trying to figure out because like the past two we're moving into we just finished season 2 of the Roast Battle League,
Okay.
which is everybody submitting points, and then the best cities will do a championship. So
Okay, nice.
this year it's going to be LA and New York again, and they're going out to London to battle it out there. It's going to be really cool. It's very exciting. But if you're not those two cities, it's really difficult to even
get that.
qualify
Okay.
to get that. And there's a lot that the league needs to do to grow, and that I'm working with the league to try to make that work. And hopefully, then it's not just L.A., New York, and Chicago. Hopefully, we get cities like I don't know Cleveland.
I'm going to
Um,
NOLA, and they have like also like the Rose Battle. It's not. I believe it doesn't fall in the same show as the Rose Battle Chicago, Rose Battle New York. It's like they have their own different name.
What do you mean?
Um,
Wait, what are you talking about?
in NOLA, it's like in New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans. Yeah, they have a
But-
good roast battle down there.
Yeah,
They're not
I-
in the
I-
league
I got-
officially, but this year I'm
exactly.
pretty sure
They're not in the league.
they're not in the league. So some people don't know. Basically, there are 16 cities in the roast battle league. This is run by Pat Barker, Brian Moses. Brian started roast battle 12 years ago in LA. Pat Barker is one of he's just such a good writer and is such a roast battle fan, and he helps he's kind of the commissioner of all the points and trying to turn it into an actual competitive league internationally. 8 of the cities are here. 8 of the cities are in the United States. 8 of the cities are international. And next season we're gonna have a minor league, and so we're gonna have probably NOLA because I know those guys, or I don't know them personally, but I've seen their stuff.
Yeah.
They're good. They give a fuck, and they're really doing a good job down there. And there's a bunch of cities that are doing that,
But
and so
I like that you can make it like well, for me soccer, but you can make it like NFL like first league, and
yes,
the ones that are competing and the first 3
yes,
get into the league, and the worst of these goes down.
that's probably what we are gonna do next
I
season.
love that. I love
I think there's some cities that they might get demoted. It's looking like there's some cities that are getting demoted.
and they deserve it.
They listen. They just it's tough. I know it's tough running. The show is like a gimmick show, and to have to really put a bunch of effort in there in a city that you have a limited resource pool. It's tough. So to try to compete with something like New York, which has every amazing
Yeah.
comic, or LA, which has every amazing
But
comic.
maybe
it's
it will
difficult.
make you make a big effort, because I believe the points can be like comics, but the battles plus like how do you manage the marketing, the podcast, because what people say about the Chicago one is like the video is always amazing, the audio is always amazing, the podcast is like well produced, and with like is you can see the effort behind it.
Mhm.
So we're gonna make a pause, and we're gonna keep talking about this after he end up eating my sausage. We'll be back. And we are back. He didn't eat my sausage, even though I
I
forced
ate
it.
half of it, or I ate so much of your sausage already. Clip that.
Yeah, but what
Clip
about
that.
this? What about this?
Clip that, That one's for you. You're welcome.
I just it sounded like
I ate so much of your
that's
sausage
it.
already.
Yeah, but it sounded like this '90s series that the lines coming, like Marco in the middle, that something happened. It's like it wasn't me. This
yeah.
kind of like I already ate it.
Yeah. Did I do that?
And
It's
then you
that.
see at the camera like and
Yeah.
the canned
Kinda
laughter.
cheese, yeah.
Yeah, you did that. It's okay. Let's get talking a little bit about the league, because I really like that format of roast cities getting demoted and some promoted. I I think it will make the thing more competitive. Like you gotta really step up if you want to be in the 8 that will qualify to.
Mhm.
So
It's tough. There's a lot of challenges, and we're trying to figure out how to make it work. Like even Chicago, I appreciate all the compliments, but we just didn't do enough to qualify this year. And it's like, okay, well, if we're not doing enough to qualify, then what chance does Cleveland or Toronto have? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, what chance does one of these this
Gary,
year was Atlanta.
Indiana.
Gary, if Gary, Indiana is able to pull a comedy club together and get a roast battle together, they're in the league. Okay, how are they going to qualify? They should get a shot.
Yeah.
I believe, and I might be wrong on this, and we'll just see how it develops over the next few years. I believe it just should be an individual game like UFC. I think like individuals should be scoring points. So if a Christian Henningsmeyer
Yeah.
gets up there and is like doing a bunch of like heavy hitter like um
Is the battles or for per jokes? Because my record right now is 4-4. Like
yeah.
4 losses, 4 wins. But I don't know how you keep the points.
So the way the points work for the league is not whether or not you won the battle, it's
Okay.
whether or not the battle itself was a good battle.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter. And then basically that battle gets scored on a
Okay.
scale of 1 to I can't remember. It's like 1 to 10 or something on that week.
I would like to have like one
It's confusing.
like 10-2 and one battle that was the worst battle ever. It's like 10-2 this battle.
It's 10 to
10-2 Bodkin against like
well, I'll give Bob Keane this. Bob Keane gets a lot of shit, and all of it's deserved. One of the things he's actually very good at is he's very consistent with roast battle. Like whenever he's done the show, he always like gives it his all, which is great.
I thought you were gonna say which is half of
which
what we
is
need,
like
but
honestly like half of what normal comics do. But
Right.
no, he does great. So but yeah, I mean it's difficult to judge it. It's like every week when the season's going on, it's like we send in a highlight battle, we submit our best battle of that week, and that gets scored against everybody else's best battle of that week.
what was the best battle of this week?
Well, we're in an off season right now.
Okay.
We're in an off season. I think the last one we submitted for points was like Max Sorich versus Sam Biru.
Good, man.
And Max was the MVP.
Oh, I saw
this
it.
year.
You recently posted one.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It was really good. And Max is so good. Sam's so funny. I'm glad that he finally decided to do it.
From those, I really enjoyed the one against the Hunter Hitch against Rich
Hunter
Gomez.
and Rich, yeah.
That was so good.
Hunter's hilarious and Rich is very good, man. Like Rich is he does, I think they were a really good matchup.
Yeah, they're both really good.
Mhm.
So this goes. It's gonna derail because we're going to another place with the topics, because obviously, like I believe my viewers are like persons out there that are like some of them of I don't know how many views I have, but
Yes, you do.
you get it.
Yes, you do.
Okay, my
You-
28 views.
You pay attention
I
exactly
have
to how little
180
viewers.
subscribers.
There
Okay,
it
at this
is.
moment.
There it is.
But if you see this, like I don't want them to be like, yeah, talk about something else.
Sure.
Because for me it's really interesting, but for some comics are really interesting, but for regular people, I don't know. But I just wanted to ask you this because I have some, and I recently thought about this, and I was into the spooky season. And do you have any ghost stories in your life, like anything that had happened to you, like haunted house?
I don't like that you looked at me and you're like, this guy likes spooky stuff.
No, you,
This guy
you
this
might
guy's
like
very
spooky
scary.
stuff.
This guy likes
But you're Italian.
Tim Burton movies.
Italian always have like something going on.
I don't believe in ghosts, Christian.
You don't believe in
No,
ghosts?
I don't think. I'm not.
Wait,
into,
what-
I've definitely had like creepy moments. I definitely see why people can believe in ghosts. I'm just not.
What is your one creepy moment?
I've just been in.
Touched,
I've been in.
okay.
I got in touch. Yeah, I've gotten touched. That was creepy. No, I was in like a graveyard in the middle of the night in
Why?
Sweden. I was in a Swedish graveyard at midnight, and
Okay.
I got very scared.
No,
I
no,
got,
no, yeah,
I got
yeah,
very
yeah.
scared, and then I ran.
I need to know why you were in that situation. It's not a situation. It's like
It's a weird situation.
black and white. It's like, yeah, that is
Yeah.
me. You might
Yeah.
might ask why I'm in a graveyard at 12
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Sweden.
Yep, that's me. Probably wondering why I'm in the middle of Sweden in the graveyard at midnight.
And this is my
I,
story. And it starts with Rosebud. It's like that's not how it connects.
No, it's not how it goes. I went to Gruyere.
Okay.
Gruyere, Switzerland.
Okay.
I said Sweden, it's actually in Switzerland.
Okay,
I
you
went
lied
there.
to me. You are gonna end this podcast like right now.
And so I went there because they have a medieval town that's been preserved there, and they have a castle, and under the castle is a museum of the late great H.R. Geiger, who's a illustrator and painter, and he's the guy
Okay.
that created Alien from Aliens.
Okay.
You ever see the Alien movies?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's the guy that made that. So I am into the spooky stuff. Like him as an artist. He's buried there. And I was like, dude, let's go. Let's do it. Fucking medieval town on a mountain, preserved fucking castle. a dark art
Let's go.
festival. I'm gonna come, right? I go there. They got a bar where you can get absinthe. I'm fucking
I'm
so
going with my
psyched.
dad and my family. I did came.
I went with it was
I
me
said
and
this
my
to my
family.
mom.
Yeah, I went like that, and we were all good. That's how we do it in with Italians. And then we went. No, it was me and the girlfriend. We went there. It was a good time. Yeah, that's actually why we do this is
Yeah.
because it's an easy transition
Yeah.
into jerking
Into
each other off.
jerking.
That's why we kiss each other. You didn't see it when I came in. I actually kissed you on the lips, and you were like, "What was that?" I go, "Shut
If
up."
they have microscopic view, they see it.
Wait, what did you say?
If they have microscopic view, they can see the comment.
Oh, it's the cum. Yeah, it's not microscopic for us, but big loads.
But
So
you were in Sweden with your
I was
girlfriend.
I was in Switzerland with the
Switzerland.
girlfriend, and then yeah, I ate some fucking fondue, ate some cheese, went down middle of the night. Girlfriend's sleeping. I go, I need to see the grave. I go to see
Why? Like,
because
why?
he's got
Why
a
is
custom cool gravestone, Christian. I like creepy stuff.
this? This is your shit. Like, I ate fondue. Girlfriend sleep. This is the moment.
This is the moment. Yeah, literally. And so I go down. It's like a cobblestone road. I'm like fucking feeling it. I'm like, this is fucking
By
sick.
yourself. You are just by yourself.
Just by myself. There's
Okay.
no one out. Everyone's asleep. It's like a tourist trap town. Everyone
Yeah.
goes to bed at like, whatever, 9 p.m. And so like I'm just like down there. I check out. It's so dark. There's no lights in the cemetery at all. There's no
Okay.
like lanterns, nothing.
No-
So it's dark.
Okay.
And I take a picture of the gravestone. It's like custom made. It's like really cool. It's like this black onyx slab. I'm like, this is so cool. This is a great. And then I just start getting the jimmies, dude. I started
Okay.
feeling the creeps. I don't believe in ghosts,
But
but I'm like, I can see why someone believes in ghosts.
but what did
Because
you-
I'm like starting to feel. I'm feeling like something bad's about to happen.
But-
Then the hair on my neck stood up. I'm like, I'm gonna go.
you felt like someone was watching you, or you just felt like something bad was gonna
I
happen.
felt like something bad's gonna happen.
Okay.
I
You
gotta
didn't
go.
feel like eyes on you.
I don't. Maybe it's the same thing.
Well,
Sometimes you get eyes on you, and then something bad happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't see the eyes, and then you hear a growl, and then it's over for you.
You know that feeling of something bad is gonna happen in Venezuela. Like everybody who steals, like they go on motorcycles. So you get the
Yeah.
you get the sound
I've seen
of the motorcycle.
I've seen the live leaks, Christian. Okay, I'm familiar with how they do it in Venezuela.
So it's the
okay?
motorcycle just like, and when you hear that, you're like, it's gonna happen. That you just know. So
Yeah.
so I'm
You ever get
I
robbed?
know the feeling.
You ever get
Yeah,
robbed?
Yeah, in my building, like
What happened? This is in Venezuela or here?
in Minnesota. I'm from Minnesota.
In
Now. I just say
In
that.
Minnesota.
In
You're like yeah, in
In-
Venezuela.
yeah, in
The
Caracas,
motorcyclers
Minnesota.
will come up after you get robbed. So I was in Minnesota.
In
And
Minnesota,
like,
Caracas,
okay.
Minnesota. Dude, like the story is like so crazy because I was in high school. My sister was in middle school, like the last year. So she was 12. I was like 16, 17. And we were on the school bus because it's the same school. And we were in the school bus, and there was traffic, and the school bus.
You
was,
were in high school?
yeah, and the school bus was like, hey, to get into my street, he have to like turn left, and then get into my street, leave me, and then he have to like make like no, it's you cannot make a U-turn, so he have to like basically
like a 3-point
take like
turn in a school bus?
what?
Like a 3-point turn in a school bus?
No, he cannot do that.
Okay.
He cannot. But 3-point turn, like. But he had to do like 10 more minutes of traffic, let's say, if he left me, and he was like, "Hey, you can just like step down here and just walk. It's like 1 block." That day, my sister was like, "No, my mom pays you to take us to their house," and he was like, "Yeah, but the traffic." Blah, blah. At the end, like we just step down. We walk that block, and I get into the building, and the door have like this magic arm that you can just throw it, and you just go like, and it close slowly. You know the
No.
you know how
I don't know what you're talking about.
it's like it's called like magic arm, something like that. It's like something they put on doors so you don't cannot slam.
Okay.
them.
All right. Sure.
So
oh
you-
yeah, I know what you're talking. And it goes.
Yeah,
Slow. I
and
got
it's
you.
just
I
like,
know
oh,
what you
those
mean,
shit. Well, whatever that. And it was two doors. The first one, and then the second one was like last one. And through the reflection, I see someone grab the first
yeah.
door
Behind you.
behind me, and I was like, I turned, and I wanted to play like I'm the man here, and then he was coming, and I was like, where you going? And he's like, don't answer, kept coming, and I was like, where you going? And then he has like a koala bag, and
Hmm.
he has the hand inside the koala bag, and he's like, give me the phones, and I was like, if I ever get robbed, I'm gonna karate
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna
kid
kick
this
his
guy.
ass. No.
So I was just thinking like, if I just hit him in the right spot,
Yeah.
maybe he will.
Yeah.
During me thinking this, he was like,
Yeah.
"Give me a phone, give me a phone, give me a phone." I was like, maybe if, and
Mhm.
he's
And you're like Neo in the Matrix.
yeah,
You're like,
and
no,
he
I'll
keeps
kick this
going, "Give
guy's
me a phone,
ass.
give
I'm
me a
in high
phone."
school. I'm gonna kick this grown
Yeah,
man's ass.
yeah,
My sister's
I'll
next to
fucking kill
me.
him. And then
Yeah.
he just
If-
pulled out the hand from the
Ooh.
koala. He had a gun.
A gun, yeah.
And he's like, "Give me the
That's the
phones.
trump card.
Oh, I'll shoot her. Not
Yeah.
even me.
Yeah, I'll
He
shoot
will
her.
shoot my sister." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Here you go, sir.
There's
Thank you
my
for your
phone.
service." Like here you go.
Yes.
And I have some really nice like headphones connected to it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I unplugged the headphones and I just give him the phone because I
Yeah.
was like, "You asked for the phone,
Yeah, you
not the
asked for the
headphone." Take care of your words,
Yep.
sir. Like you asked
Yep.
for the phone, you're getting the phone. And I was so mad. But he was mad. I was not even like scared because this happens so often. But yeah, that's my ghost story. It's about a black dude that stole from me in Venezuela. Yeah,
Nice.
uh,
I thought this was Minnesota.
it's the same.
Okay.
Caracas, Minnesota.
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm gonna tell you to end this episode. Then we're gonna do the bonus content. My ghost story
Yeah.
because I do have one, and that's why I believe in ghosts because they used to haunt me.
Oh, okay.
The one I remember the most, I was in a car. It was like 2 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
and I was in the back seat
Mm-hmm.
and on the window, and I remember I was rolling the window down.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you don't do now. Maybe millennials is like Gen Z is like, what is rolling the window down? You just
Yeah.
push it down. Like you used to roll it down,
Mm-hmm.
and I was rolling it down, and I felt like someone grabbed me, and I wanted to like let go, and I couldn't, and they forced me to keep rolling the window down,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't like talk. I couldn't like say
Did they
anything.
make you stick your head out like fucking Hereditary?
Yeah, and, like, and they're like a dog let down. But I was like, I just couldn't until the whole window was down, and I could open my hand. I scream. Obviously, my mom or my dad, they were like, "What the fuck happened?" Like he was just
Yeah.
rolling the window down, and I was
All
screaming.
good.
And my mom took me to brujo, to like a guy who a shaman, like to do like some shit with me, and I have like I have something in my foot and in my arm that was like a red string, and you have to have like you have to be like in diagonal, like one in one arm, one in the other leg.
Oh, a sling. Got it.
It was like yeah, I was a trouble
You hurt
kid.
you hurt your arm?
No, I didn't hurt my arm. It was like I just felt like someone was like forcing me, but it didn't hurt. Like
Oh, it
hurt.
put your arm in that position?
Yeah.
Mm.
And it was weird. It was like that, and from that day I was like, yeah, you know what? I believe I'm gonna believe in ghosts because he touched me.
He touched you. Show me on the doll where he touched you.
Show me on the door. Like it
Show
was
me-
it was a,
Christian,
dude.
show me on the doll where the ghost touched you.
When I hope at some point you can get a nice experience with.
I would
ghosts.
I would like to have a
You would
good
like to
ghost
believe.
fuck. I would love a ghost fuck. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but like depending on the ghost.
Depending on the ghost. If the jacked black guy that robbed you was a ghost,
The ghost.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd like that fuck that much. I would have to deal with it, but it is what it is. I end up getting fucked like Scary Movie too. I don't know.
I'm OJ Simpson. You're like no OJ.
Well, yeah, he'll. I'm not a white woman. I think I'm all good.
You're good, Michael Jackson.
I'm a-okay. I'm Michael Jackson. I'm 28, dude. Yuck. In Michael Jackson's eyes,
Okay, but-
yucky. Get the fuck out of
Is
here.
Bill Cosby alive? No, he died, right?
Who?
Bill Cosby.
Well, he's still cruising. He's touring.
He's doing like okay.
You want to see Bill
when
Cosby?
he dies?
You and me, dude. Let's go see Bill Cosby. Let's see how his material is.
yeah, let's.
I bet he rocks. I bet he's up there. I bet he doesn't even address it. You know he's
He's
touring?
just feeling no.
He
I
announced a
didn't.
tour. He got let out of prison. He announced a tour.
That's what you do.
I haven't checked in to see if the tour has happened or if it got canceled, but he said that he wanted to tour after that.
I do believe he's gonna.
You and me are
fix
gonna go.
stadium.
I bet, dude. I bet he doesn't even bring it up. I bet he
No.
doesn't bring it up once.
Maybe
I bet
he-
he sits on the stool and he pontificates.
And he will like say about being in prison, but he will. I believe he won't say anything.
Well,
about
you know,
it. He talks like that.
you rape a girl and I can't do a Bill Cosby.
He just talks like a moped now.
I mean, he kind of always did. He always had cartoon voice.
Okay, no, I'm gonna tell you off camera because I have a joke about Aaron Klein, and but I believe this is gonna be out.
Is this podcast just you like getting mad at open micers in the scene and calling them gay? Because if it is, I'm all in support of this.
gay? I should change the name.
That is most of my group chats.
Another Latino against gays, open micers. Yeah, that will be the next name for this podcast. Any shows, any first, your Instagram, I'm gonna put it, but if you wanna say any shows you have coming up in the next 3 weeks.
Sure. Roast Battle Chicago is the show that I'm
Oh,
running. That is going to be first and third Thursdays at Zany's. Chicago every last Sunday at Zany's Rosemont. If you want to come out to the suburbs, my personal Instagram is chrisgreco.jpg. You can follow all my bullshit there.
and I believe the voting will be close. Well,
Oh, for the Gazelles?
for the Gazellis, but I vote for
I
you.
appreciate the Venezuelan vote, by the way.
They don't know who they are voting for.
Well, just tell them Chris, all right?
Yeah, my
Chris Grieco, all the bullshit. That would be great.
Chris Grieco and Chris Higgins winning because of Venezuelan vote. Of course, fuck yeah. This is
Big
the
fan. I'm a fan of the Browns. Not the sports team. I'm talking to you, Christian's family. I'm a
I-
fan of you.
my mom is brown, but my dad is really white.
Goddamn right.
Really white. Okay.
Papa Christian. I'm not talking to you. Mama Christian.
Brown.
He makes great sausage.
Thank you.
You taught him well.
Okay. Adios.
Adios.